Well, it is the next big comic book movie, and it's actually hitting theaters tomorrow. Suicide Squad by DC Comics, an interesting premise. A group of bad guys, supervillains, brought together by the American government to act as a secret team of operatives to go on suicide missions, impossible missions. The comic has been around for a long time, but now it is big screen time, and there's a lot riding on the film as well because DC's big film earlier this year, Batman vs. Superman, did not do as well as hoped, so the studio is pinning its hopes on Suicide Squad. For more on this, longtime fan Nikki Alsaro is joining us. She works at Silver Snail Comics as well in Toronto. Nikki, I know you've seen the film. What's your take? Did you like it or not? Because you know early reviews haven't been so good.
You know, it's tough with comic book films as a comic book fan, because there's so many expectations that you already have. I'm still working through if I really liked it or not, but it was fun.
This premise,
that's all I could say at this point.
This premise, as you probably know, Suicide Squad goes back to 1987, and we're going to show some covers that we've pulled up of the original comic book. Here it is, from May of 1987, the first Suicide Squad, and then there have been reboots over the years, a new Suicide Squad, and there's another one coming out in September as well. Your take on the premise behind this, because it really is a different way of approaching a superhero movie.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Amanda Waller is in charge of this group called Task Force X, and she thinks that, using these supervillains who they have locked up would be the best way to combat, like, Black Ops missions that perhaps, like, the superheroes out there wouldn't be able to handle.
There are lots of big stars in this movie as well. What was it like to see these characters that you've been reading about for a while reimagined and interpreted on the big screen?
Oh, it was incredible. Amanda Waller is such an incredible character in the DC universe, and seeing Viola Davis embody her so well was incredible. Will Smith as Deadshot, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. It was so great to see them bring new life to these characters.
How did it compare, do you think, just as we wrap here, to some of these Marvel films, which have been really good at coming up with this formula, Nikki, for enjoyable movies that are still true to the characters? DC has had more difficulty doing that with its films.
I think they're still having some trouble. I see like a lot of the spirit of the characters, especially with like the characters that I've mentioned before in Suicide Squad. And I think DC still has a long road to go, but if they take their time like Marvel does, I think they'll have no trouble creating like great adaptations of their characters.
There we go. Suicide Squad, of course, filmed in Toronto as well. Nikki, thanks so much for coming on the program today. Great to have you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.